What's up, everybody? I'm Tim from Timber Ridge Gifts. So if you've ever gone shopping for pillar molds, you found a great selection. You can find just about any size, shape you want. But you've also probably noticed that they can get pretty expensive. Not to mention that you're handcuffed by what's available. If you want a specific size, you may not be able to find somewhere that makes it. So in this video, I'm going to show you that using just supplies from the local hardware store, we can make our own any size for a fraction of what these cost. So let's check out the supplies we're going to need. So for this project, we're going to head to the plumbing section of our local hardware store. For these, I just went to Home Depot. And we're going to pick up some PVC pipe. This comes in just about any size that you could imagine, anywhere from 1/4 inch up to 4, 5, 6 inches. For this project, we're going to be using a 3-inch. Now when you buy this, you're going to want to buy the thick wall. Now I know there's probably a different name for it. I know somewhere out there there's a plumber or a general contractor that's screaming, tell them it's Schedule 40 or Schedule 80 or whatever it's called. For this application, it doesn't really matter because we're not going to be putting it under any type of pressure. Just make sure you buy the thick wall PVC. They sell a thin wall and a thick wall. For this, it's best to use the thick wall just because it's going to hold up a lot better for the abuse that we're going to put it through. And if we ever needed to put it through any kind of heat, it's going to hold up just a little bit better. Now this can be bought in a multiple of different lengths. Anywhere from a 2-foot section up to a 8, 10, or 12-foot section. And depending on where you buy it, some places will actually sell you the scrap pieces that they have. This 2-foot section at Home Depot costs $4.68. So we've got that. Now to turn it into a mold, we're going to need a bottom piece. Now they sell end caps for these, but those are usually rounded at the bottom. Not really going to work because once you stand your mold up, it's just going to fall over. But they also sell these knockout end caps. They're going to look something like that. And these were, for the 3-inch size, these were 44 cents a piece. So we've got those. Now to finish it off, we're going to need some Pvc cement. We'll talk about this a little bit later when we put it together. Now the thing I love most about this project is we get to use power tools again. Just a shout out to all the guys out there whose wives may put them to work. I actually got an email from a subscriber saying that her and her husband loved my videos, but he was starting to get aggravated because I was using power tools, which meant that she was going to want to use his power tools. Well, sorry dude. Let's head to the garage. So the first thing we got to determine is what size we want our mold to be. For this one, I'm thinking we're going to make it 10 inches. So we're just going to measure out 10 inches. Go ahead and mark it with our Sharpie. That's all we need is that mark right there. Now we've got to cut it. Now you can use a hacksaw or a handsaw. It's not really the best way to get a good straight line. It's going to take you forever. So the easiest way to do it is just use your chop saw or your miter saw. The trick is to get it lined up perfectly. Just go really slow. Give that blade a real good chance to eat through that plastic. Going really slow is going to prevent it from chipping or breaking it. It's going to give you a nice even cut. Always wear eye protection. Got it lined up. Now we cut. Nice, clean, perfect cut. Now to get our hole ready for our wick, we're just going to take our punch out cap. I don't know if you can see it, but they already come with a spot exactly in the middle from the injection mold. So we're just going to use that as our guide to drill our hole. Just using our drill and a 1/8 drill bit. Not really a particular size that you have to use, but 1/8, it's going to be close to just about any wick size you're going to use. And there we go. If you had a drill press, it would work out a lot better. But if you got a steady hand and go nice and slow, you can accomplish the same thing with the drill. So we're done down here. Let's head back upstairs to the candle shop and put this all together. All right, so we've got our 10-inch piece and our bottom cap. Now we're simply just going to glue them together. For that, we're going to use the PVC cement. You probably could use just about any type of glue. I would be leery of it though, just because of the temperature of the wax that we're going to pour into these. If you were to use hot glue or anything, it might actually fail and you'd have a big mess. The way the PVC cement works, it's not actually a glue, they call it a cement. The way this actually works is it's got caustic chemicals in it that's basically, when we apply it, it's going to melt a thin layer on the outside of the PVC. So basically it's going to melt a thin layer on each side. When we put them together, once it dries, they're basically going to weld back together. So it's going to be one solid piece. We don't have to worry about it failing or leaking or anything. So to do that, we're just going to take our PVC cement. It comes with an applicator brush on the inside. It's a bit big for what we want to use on this. So we're just going to take our Q-tips. We're going to try not to goop it up too much, but we're just going to coat that outside ring. We want to be careful not to get it on top because that'll show in our mold. All right. Once we've got a good layer of cement on that, we're just going to put the two together. Give that about an hour to dry, and we're ready to start making candles. All right, so it's completely dried. We're ready to use it. Just to check it out real quick. So now we have our very own homemade 10-inch pillar mold. If you were to buy something like this from a supplier, if you were able to find this size, you're looking at $18, $20. We made this one ourselves for about $3.20. So let's go ahead and pour some wax in it and see what we come up with. Okay, so we got it all wicked up just like we would any other normal pillar mold. Got our wax ready to go. Let's go ahead and pour a candle. You can see it's holding strong. No leaks or anything at the bottom. Just going to let this sit for a few hours, turn into a candle. So it's the next day. We've got our candle unmolded. As you can see, the mold survived intact. Good as new, ready to be used again and again. Candle turned out beautifully. There is our 10-inch pillar candle from our homemade mold. Turned out great, just like using any other store-bought mold. Actually a little bit better because we were able to choose the size to our exact specifications. You can probably find a 10 by 3 round mold somewhere. It's going to be expensive, but if we wanted to make this 14.5 inches by 3 inches, chances are you're not going to find one that size. So now that we know how to make our own, we can pretty much put out any size we want. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more candle making DIY. Thanks for watching, everybody.